Hi, this is Blue Phoenix, aka Erkin Fresh. This will be a walkthrough of a track I just released called The Cosmos Within. It's on SoundCloud, free for download. The link will be in the description. This may pop a little bit. It's kind of CPU intensive and the video recording and all that. So anyway, I'm just going to play it real quick, and then at the end I'll go in more detail about all the instruments. Enjoy. Alright, so there you go. The actual finished version does not have any pops in it. So let's just kind of pick it apart and I'll show you what's going on in here. The sub is just a Diva, and I'm using a patch out of apparently the Lutrum 11 bass monolight. I don't know. I usually try to load up a patch that sounds pretty close to what I want and then just kind of tweak on it, which is probably what I did here. So Lutrum has some really great sound sets, by the way. This is one of them. So there's nothing too fancy about this bass. I may have some automation on the... Nope, I don't think I have any automation in this particular track for the bass, so it's just there to kind of drone, and that's about it. It's a very simple chord progression. It's a 1-5-4 in a D sharp minor. I think it's minor. 2, 2, 1. Nope, this would be major. Yeah, I think. I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart, but I think it's D sharp major. Okay, so that's just the sub. With the synth, I just used one of the new tools in Bitwig Studio 2, which I thought was really cool, this Note Echo. And all I did was set repeat time 1/8 basically, and then it repeats. Oh, plugins crashed. Awesome. That's another nice feature of Bitwig 2. If the plugins crash, it does not crash the whole program. That's really odd though. I didn't have any trouble with this before. So you got your repetitions, and the cool thing about this is you set your velocity to get quieter over time. I could also go the other way and have it get higher. So it's a really neat new device here in Bitwig 2. Again, I'm using apparently another Lutrum sound set, and got that little sound here. There's this one that's called the Tears in the Rain. If you've ever seen Blade Runner, I'm pretty familiar with this this sound, like Vangelis used for the soundtrack. Pretty much anything they did. They had a really nice style, I suppose. Again, this is in the Lutrum sound set. I was very Lutrum centric with this particular track. The only thing here is I did have a mode with this kind of longer attack versus the later on a shorter attack. They both, I felt like, had their own place in the track, so I decided to do some automation there. The flute, really nothing fancy there. It's just the default factory library from Contact 5. In the woodwinds, you can find a flute with heavy reverb on it. Yeah, that's basically it for that one. It's absolutely bemused. You've probably heard this in other tracks of mine. It's a little ARPy sound. Again, this is from Diva. Diva's an amazing synth, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, you can demo it. But anyway, Lutrum 9. I think I have all of the sound sets of his that I can actually use. So I also programmed it to do like a reverse. It just changed the attack so that it would every once in a while sound like it was in reverse instead of forwards, I guess. So what really carries the track here is the pads. I have several pads going on here, 3 individual sounds. And what I did for, let's see, I added an auto pan basically to shift the sound through the stereo field. And I think I had the sad pads and the Vocalise in off 180 phase so that they would kind of fill in for each other as they went across. Whereas this guy here was just stayed in the middle the whole time. Again, these are heavily reverb and delayed. I just It gave it a really nice smooth sound to it. I also used the new randomizer modulator to change the cutoff frequency on this one. If I play it by itself, you can kind of hear that in action. And there, it's this sound is coming out of Iris 2. Nice toy I picked up late last year. It's kind of like Alchemy, if you were familiar with Alchemy before. And this particular patch is from Leftrum. I love his sound sets. They're pretty amazing. So this is a really nice, but this is only one of several good pads from that set. The real meat of this track comes from this new, another new toy I got here was Vocalise by Heavyocity. And it's in their Gravity series. This you don't actually have to have the original Gravity. I just bought Vocalise. Wasn't really interested in Gravity, but I got Vocalise, and it just I probably have the cutoff way down on this. Let's see, let's go somewhere else. It's pretty CPU intensive. I think this library is pretty heavy on the CPU. It's great. It comes with a lot of like pad sounds based on vocals. I don't know why that's blank, but anyway. It's basically a whole sound set based on vocals. There are also like vowel sounds and legatos and everything. It's also got this pad section, which is really fantastic. That was one of the presets, Haunted Elevator, Haunted Elevator. And then you got this Vocalise Zen. This one just sounds amazing to me. Again, very CPU intensive, especially with the video recording going on. This is the moment of Zen patch. I can't select any others. But yeah, a lot of great presets with this. I thought it was well worth the money. So I'm definitely going to be using this a lot more in my upcoming tunes. That's the pads. Again, it's just a 154. At one point I do a little bit of chord inversion here to kind of lift the tune up a little bit more, but that's about it. Really just want it to be kind of chill, and I want it to be very repetitive and kind of let you get like in the zone kind of thing without throwing a bunch of surprises at you. That was the goal of the track anyway. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little thing. Little under the hood look at the cosmos within. So go check it out at SoundCloud. And I hope you enjoy it. So I'll catch you next time. See ya.